Hey y'all, I know it's been a while since I've made a video, so apologies for that, but I'm trying to get back into it, so here we go. Today, we are going to be doing a story time about my fall semester of 2022 here at UNC. This past fall semester was my last fall undergraduate semester where I had my last fall undergrad, first day of class, last fall undergrad, everything. It's behind me now. I'm going into my last semester here at Carolina in my undergraduate career, and I really can't say where time has gone. I really don't know, but I am proud of myself. I do have this great sense of pride in getting to this point, and I just can't thank anybody but God, my family, my community, everyone who contributed to helping get me through school financially with prayers. I know I have some praying grandparents. I have everyone to thank for that. Um, First day of class, I walk in to this big 300-person lecture hall, and I go to pick this seat because I sit at the front to hold myself accountable to pay attention. Because if I sit in the back, I'm going to be distracted by other people's screens, other people, and everything, and it keeps me more engaged. Well, as I go to sit down, I hear, "You're in this class?" And I was about to sit down right next to my sister. So, me and my sister had our very first class together this semester. And out of 6 or 7 recitations, we happened to pick the same recitation. So, me and Evan got to experience an American Studies class together this semester. It was really fun. We read over each other's final papers, submitted them together. It was a whole thing. But I loved having that time with her before I have to leave because it's not very common that'll happen since I'm a senior. Um, and I'm getting into my major courses. I did have room to take electives, and that was how I was able to get in the class with her. So that was great. Me and my sister and my mom and my Grammy and Talia, we got to go to Nansemond Powwow for the first time right after school started back. And I was actually able to get my first traditional style tattoo. I got a traditional finger tattoo with stick and poke. So that was a great experience for me to connect with that part of my culture and a part of my history and who I am. Here's the tattoo. It represents life paths, and they don't go all the way around because life paths are not finite. They are ever changing, ever growing, and ever weaving, however you want to say that. So, got my first traditional style tattoo. Um, I was selected to be in the Dean's Working Group for the College of Arts and Sciences to work on establishing a global indigeneity program here at Carolina. This is a huge task that I am so humbled that I was chosen to serve as an undergraduate representative on this group and to contribute to that curriculum, to contribute to a program that will establish a standalone Indigenous Studies program at Carolina. And that's just amazing because it would be me helping to leave a print on Carolina that will far exceed my time here. And that's a very humbling thing. As you know, I'm a sister of Alpha Pi Omega Sorority Incorporated, and this semester, we continued to do things that we do, fundraisers. We spent time together, organized events. We had Pie a Pie. We did the Small Fest at the beginning of the year. A lot of different things we're doing to spend time together. I'm president of CIC and also participated on several different committees. I'm chair of Powwow Committee, and that has been a lot, but it's also been fulfilling. I've loved connecting with my fellow Native students here at Carolina. I'm still teaching dance in Lewisburg. I have a lighter class load. I'm only teaching 3 classes instead of 5 on Wednesdays. So I'm still doing that, and I love doing it. I actually just got done finishing some choreography for one of the dances for the elite team. And that all will come into me circling back to how my emotions have been this semester. In September, I attended the Mountain Valley Pipeline Rally that was in DC, and that was my first time going to an actual in person protest I did actually participate in a march in DC over the summer about Roe v. Wade, and that was like a sort of, they were walking down the street calling people to get in, and I did. So that was not planned. This was my first planned. I'm planning to go to this protest. And September was also when my monthly trips with Zachary started. So I pick one week in a month where I go visit him in Asheville. So this semester was the start of my long distance relationship, which has been going pretty good, honestly. On October was a big month. On October 7th, I became an auntie to a beautiful baby boy named Taylin. And he did have a rough start. He stayed in the hospital for about a month, but I have absolutely loved being an aunt. I attended a legacy pinning, so for people whose parents or grandparents have graduated from UNC, we got pinned, and my mom was able to do that for me. I took 2 trips to the Blue Ridge Parkway. One was like kind of driving through to get somewhere else, and another was a planned day trip over fall break with McKay and Evan. It was an awesome experience. Anybody who hasn't been, I say go. It's beautiful scenery. They have different trails and things. We had our CIC State Fair trip, and I was head lady at UNC Charlotte, so that was fun. A great opportunity to go down there and support their NASA. In November, I got to meet Joy Harjo when she came to campus. I got to hold the baby for the first time after he came home. I went to DC twice. The first time was for an event that it actually didn't work out for me to go to that event, but I was still able to go to some museums and enjoy my time. The second trip, I was invited to attend through the Center for Native American Youth I worked with over the summer, the Tribal Nations Summit, the White House Tribal Nations Summit. That was crazy. And I also got to participate in a round table between youth and tribal leaders. And we spoke on things like intergenerational learning, mental health, different things like that. And that was an amazing opportunity. I really can't describe it. Also, it was in November, I had finals and papers that were due, and that was a rough time. It's rough for any college student, and this time around, it really was getting to me. So that's all of the events and different things that kind of happened for me that really shaped how I felt during this semester. And in all of that excitement, I know it seems like she is busy working. That's my spirit name. But I really stayed in tune with my emotions this semester and how I was feeling. And it was multiple occasions where I was on the phone with Zachary just crying, wanting to quit everything. Like, it was so overwhelming between school, dance, CIC, sorority, working group, just trying to stay ahead on my classwork. Like, I really spent more time on everything else, and like the thing that I dedicated the least amount of time to was my actual schoolwork, and I didn't like that. So I wanted to quit everything. I'm just so passionate about everything, and I didn't want to drop anything. And that was sort of what was conflicting me. Like, at what point do I choose me over the things that I'm passionate about? And it reminded me of something that Evan had said. Like, when we're not well, our community isn't well. And like, when we're not at our best, we're not giving our best to the things that we love and giving our best to our community. And that was something I was kind of struggling with, because I definitely didn't want to drop CIC. Sorority's a lifetime commitment. I'm not going to leave my sisters. It was with working group doing such amazing work. I did not want to leave that behind. Dance is like a big part of what I love to do. It was just really tough on me, and I experienced a lot of anxiety and a lot of feelings of overwhelm. Is overwhelm a word? I was overwhelmed during the semester. Just like I mentioned, the guilt of going through, like, should I drop? Should I not? Things like that. But one thing I will say is that through prayer, through leaning on, I mainly talked to Zachary about this, because I sometimes feel like that I can't share it with certain people because when other people are overwhelmed, I'm not going to add to that. So I just always feel like, and this is a total moment of candor, I always feel like I'm the one that has to have it together, whether that be within my friend group, whether that be within my family. Like I don't really share a lot of negative things that go on because I'm like my mom even said this, I'm the family manager. So it's kind of like I feel like I'm the leader, whereas I'm always busy. I'm always doing something. I have so many things open, so many tabs open, and that's just who I am. So I have to maintain that to maintain my identity, if that makes sense. And I realize that that's not a healthy thing. I can have three passions compared to 17 and still be busy working and doing good work. Like I don't have to have a million things open to make a difference. And I think that that is what realization I've came through and how I got over all of those negative feelings. This was definitely a testing semester, and especially going into next semester, um, I am worried about internship, going to Durham every single day of the week, including having classes, needing to have time to do schoolwork, and all of these extracurriculars I'm still going to have in 2023. But this is my last semester. So I'm hoping that I still make time to have those senior moments, those last moments. And that's what I'm worried about. But it's also what I'm excited about. On Monday, January 9th, is my first day with students in a classroom, even if it is just as an intern. I'm going to be working with first graders, and it's going to be my first real moment to engage with students in elementary school, which is what I want to teach. So I'm excited about that. And also a lot of exciting things for me and my sisters in the chat, currently in the chapter, and just seeing CIC us grow closer this semester, and also going out with a bang. Like, I feel like when I graduate, I want my peers, my friend group, whether they be in the same year as me or whether they be underclassmen, I want them to remember things I did. Like, not just because I want to build up my own, like, I was so great or anything like that, but I want them to feel like I left an example good enough for them to follow, especially within CIC. I love CIC so much. It was a part of me before I even got into Carolina, before I even applied. And I feel like that is something that I would ultimately want to leave as my Carolina legacy, as my heel print, as they say. So those are some of the things that I'm excited about. And I really just told my story. I like doing some semesters I know I've skipped, but these semester story times are really times for me to really think back over the semester, helping me to reflect on where I could grow and also where I triumphed and different things like that, and how I can get over those hard moments. And in that, I'm hoping that I would encourage someone else, whether they be in college, high school, middle school, in their professional careers. We are all going to experience times of testing, but as I've learned growing up, you have to have a test in order to have a testimony. You have to go through those valleys and up the mountain to make it to the mountaintop. So I hope in what I've shared tonight and the different things I feel, if that resonates with you, I hope that the other things I've said will encourage you to really look around and take inventory of the good things that are happening for you and how much good you're doing in your everyday, and what may be something that you might need to leave behind in order to take care of you, because when you're not well, your community is not well. So that is the end of my fall semester of 2022 story time. Y'all wish me luck in my last semester at Carolina, Jordan year, class of 2023. Come how many days? I think it's like 128 days, 127 days. I will be Zion Richardson, Bachelor's of Arts in Education with a minor in American Indian and Indigenous Studies. Thank you. So, love to everyone. I love y'all so much, and I hope y'all have a great day.